Okay, Insight 68. I'll read it, then I'll explain. Method 1. While trying to determine the solution to sexual fixation, often one succumbs to the influences of such sexual fixations. If solution is not being found, and the negative influences are going to be inflicting serious or irreversible damage, then the student can, for the purpose of self-preservation, stop all manner of thinking. Later in life, when one again has a chance of looking into the matter, one can take up the search again. So here, I'm explaining how if you are, if you notice that you're damaging yourself in a very serious way, or you're in serious trouble of some sorts because of the sexual fixation, not only for yourself but for others as well. If you're damaging others, in essence, it's damaging yourself as well. So if you're causing great harm to yourself or to others, meaning you see the potential of it happening, then you want to not focus on trying to solve sexual fixation or sexual addiction, because while you focus on it, you will be influenced by it and engage in it. And so you want to avoid that, because you want to avoid the great injuries, the great dangers for yourself and for others. So what you do, you stop all thinking. This insight goes into extensive detail about how you do that, and it gives a personal example of it from my own life, and it's a matter of self-preservation. You're not finding the solution. You don't have the solution, you're not finding the solution, you find that you focus on it, it really overcomes you, and you're going to get yourself into really bad trouble. If you see that happening, you want to stop and disengage from anything sexual, just any thoughts on all this stuff, and just survive. It's a matter of your survival. So because of that, you abandon all, you just turn away from it, saying, look, this is going to kill me, this is going to damage me in a big way, or this is going to damage somebody else in a big way. I'm going to stop this nonsense, and I'm going to just not think. And when you are determined to preserve yourself, like survival, then you can avoid being influenced simply by not thinking it, by not thinking of it, by not engaging it in any sort of way. You just turn the other way, and you just focus on this one task of preserving, self-preservation, surviving, remaining balanced. You have to do this, because if you are going to damage yourself and not damage somebody else, it's going to mean serious trouble for you, very serious trouble for you, and you want to avoid that. So I recommend this for people who see themselves as are going to cause damage to themselves or others. They have to do this out of self-preservation. And I'm going to give you an example of how not to think. How do you do this? Well, your focus is on survival. That's what your focus will be. Your focus will be survival. In order to survive, you're going to have to do this. So you do that. So you stop thinking. Any influences come, you stop thinking about them. Because why? Because you have to survive. Okay? I give an example of how when you fall asleep, often you turn your mind off and you just drift off, sleep. I'm sure you find some example in your life, some instance, where you let go and you don't think. If you examine your life, you'll find some place where you actually abandon thinking. You let go, and you don't think. So I want you to be aware of that and see what you do, become aware of what you do mentally when you do that, when you decide to not think, what do you actually do? And do that same thing in everyday life regarding anything sexual. You just gotta apply that method that you're familiar with and what technique you use to not think in that particular instance that you do not think, and use it for sexual instances. And just go, abandon it. You don't want to get yourself muddied and mixed up with all the sexual stuff, which is gonna bother the heck out of you and mess up your life in a big way. And so you're gonna treat it by not dealing with it, because at the moment you can't deal with it. You're gonna damage yourself because you cannot deal with it at the moment. You don't deal with it. You put it on the back burner. You put it aside. You're on the shelf. You just don't let it into your mind using the technique that you already know. That I'm sure you use it in some, more than likely you use it in some part of your life where you already have quite a lot of practice using not thinking. For me, it was when I slept. When I slept, I just go drift off to sleep. Often you find that it's easy to control the mind by focusing it on other things, other matters that you get engaged in. This is an easy way to get active with something else rather than getting involved with any bad influences, negative sexual influences. Just get involved with something else, get your mind busy and focus on that other thing. You might find that some of you have this non-thinking attitude when you go on vacation. Maybe you go to Hawaii or some other foreign country, and your mind is carefree, and you engage in just being and relaxing in the state of mind that you're thinking possibly is peace, or you'll enjoy the freedom of having no obligations or bills to pay or different things. You just set it out of your mind and go on doing what you want to do. And so this frivolous, relaxed attitude that you use, that you adopt at that moment, that you willingly go into yourself, you can use that same method, what you do mentally, in other areas of your life. When it comes to sexual influences coming to bug the hell out of you, you have to let go and focus on as if you're on vacation. Some of you could be a health club. If you go to a health club or a spa or golfing, a lot of people go golfing because not only because of the ball hitting, it's also the whole experience of being in that green, wide, open space. It does something to you mentally. It's like a Zen experience. Again, the mind is focused on these green pastures and open fields, and it reflects on the mind. It imposes itself on the mind in a state of the same similar state of calm within. What you see on the outside, you experience within. You could go to a park, same thing. Some people go fishing, and with a buddy they go fishing, or by themselves they go fishing. And it's not all about the fish catching, but rather, I remember a program, there's two guys talking about fishing, and one of them said to the other, some of the best fishing days I've had, I've never caught didn't catch a fish. One of the best experiences was just being, so basically what he's saying is he was in that space of calm relaxation, the water, it does something to you. You're out in the forest, in the open nature, and you become it. It becomes you. It leaves its imprint on your mind. You become calm and relaxed. So use any method that you find that it works for you, that you're used to calm your mind, and remain in that state. Remain in that state, so that you're established and balanced continuously. It's like a constant thing, because you want to get away from the stresses of sexual influences and this and that, and this is how you do it. Why? To self-preserve yourself so you survive. In the future, when you have gotten out of the situation of possibly hurting or damaging yourself or somebody else, if you've gotten out of that mentality or whatever it is that was sexually influenced that could be damaging to yourself or others, once you're out of that and you're balanced enough to work on the solution, then get into working on the solution, which I have already in the book. Get to study it. So this is Insight in 68 is about that. It's about getting away from influences that is damaging to the self or another person. Because meanwhile, you just don't have the ability to solve it. You just don't have the mental capacity to go about solving it.